Order! Well, counsel, how does the defense respond?
Mr. Naruhodo? What was the point of that last cross-examination then? Did it actually get us anywhere? Or did it make no difference at all, like Lord Van Zieks is saying? Uh-oh, we have to raise an objection. I don't know why. No, this isn't over. The defense will not rest. What?
But counsel, you've successfully explained everything. You've identified and substantiated the unscrupulous method employed by Mr. Shamspeare to consume gas. What more is there to discuss?
Lord Van Zieks just highlighted 3 facts in order to make his point. But contrary to what he would have the court believe, not all of them have been objectively established at all. What are you trying to say, my Nepalese friend? At least one of those so-called facts is an assumption made due to lack of evidence. But the situation has changed now, following the cross-examination of the latest witnesses to take the stand. Don't be absurd, what is this nonsense? Yes, when you bring everything we've learned so far together and consider it as a whole, it's clear. Is it? There's a question that we now need to reconsider, namely... Oh boy! Uh-oh. I don't know. Was someone else responsible? Was there another visitor? Was the poison in the tea? I don't know. What have we established? We have established how Shamspeare is using gas, namely putting water into a soap bar, freezing it, and putting it into the meter and then letting it melt. Let me see, does soap contain strychnine? I don't know, I don't have that. No container for the poison was found at the scene. The container might be the soap, right? Strychnine. The teacups, the one with the green line around the rim was Mr. Natsume's. We haven't... Did we look at this evidence, even? This is a teacup from which Mr. Natsume was drinking. Yes, and like the other one, the inside of the cup is completely clean. I suppose he must have drunk the contents before the tea had a chance to leave a mark. I always gulp it down too. Sorry, Mr. Naruhodo? Well, if you just sip it little by little, it goes cold. Clearly, I shall have to instruct you in the proper way to take tea. I mean, Ryunosuke is correct. You need to drink the tea when it's warm, not when it gets cold. I haven't investigated this evidence, really? What have I been doing this whole time? This must be the cup that Mr. Shamspeare was drinking from then. It's stained on the inside. Wait, Mr. Natsume drank the tea. Why wasn't he poisoned? If the poison was supposedly was in the tea, supposedly. Tea does that, I'm afraid, even green tea. Oh really? I've never noticed before. You've never noticed? Well, I never leave it in the cup long enough to leave a mark. I like to gobble it down. Drink tea while it's hot. That's the Japanese way, isn't it? Oh dear, so many people seem to have the wrong idea about our culture, and most of them are Japanese. So true. It's the same also in China. Okay. But why was only If it was in the tea, why was only Shamspeare poisoned? I don't get it. Because the assumption was that poison was in the tea, right? Why make that assumption in the first place? But why would Shamspeare drink out of the soap? That makes no sense at all, either. What do we need to reconsider? Was someone else responsible? Was there another visitor? I mean, Lord Van Zieks is right. The meter man was outside the window. He has no reason to lie about this. So I guess the one thing we need to reconsider is, was the poison in the tea? Right? We've all been led to believe that the strychnine poison that afflicted Mr. Shamspeare was in the tea brought to him by Mr. Natsume, but that's conjecture at best.
Objection!
The victim has testified that nothing else passed his lips that night. There's no other possibility. And since there was no trace of the tea left at the scene, it couldn't be tested for traces of the poison.
Objection!
As I said, the situation has changed, because in fact, some of Mr. Natsume's tea was left at the scene. Wait, what? And a particular piece of evidence proves it.
Objection!
A ludicrous claim. Scotland Yard detectives investigated the scene exhaustively. What evidence are you suggesting they missed?
The defense has made a bold claim indeed. Very well, counsel. Present your proof. What evidence from the scene of the crime can tell us about the nature of the defendant's tea?
What evidence from the scene of the crime can tell us about the nature? From the scene of the crime can tell us about the nature? What? I don't get it at all. Did he use the tea to make the coin? But why? Is he such a cheapskate that he can't even afford like normal water? That's really bad, isn't it? He let the tea cool down, put it in the soap. Oh, the red medallion that we found in the soap earlier, that was tea, green tea? Okay. And then what? But the tea melted. The tea melted. There's now nothing here. Which is bad, right? Can tell us about the nature of the defendant's tea. What about the rim in the teacup? I think that just proves that the tea was sitting a long time. Let's present the soap, I guess.
Take that!
Good gracious! The soap again? The same bar the victim used to fashion his coins of tea? Of ice?
Yes, that's right, Mr. Lord. It's just come back to me. Something about when we first found this bar of soap at the scene yesterday. It's more bars of soap. Soap? What are bars of soap doing lined up on the ledge outside the window? I'm quite certain that when we originally stumbled upon the bars of soap, there was actually a frozen coin in each bar. So you discovered a gas thief's coin factory. Fascinating. In a way, yes, but there's more. The coins we found in the soap at the time weren't normal ice.
There was something strange about them, you mean?
Exactly, something very obviously strange. They were red. The ice was red. Was it blood? No, you mean... That's right. It's obvious to me now. The fake coins in the soap were made from frozen tea. What? I would remind the court of a statement made by Mr. Natsume earlier in this trial.
That evening, yes, I did take some freshly brewed tea with me when I visited Mr. Shakespeare's room as a gift. The public water pump outside always freezes at night, so I bought bottled water especially to make it.
Oh! The water pump was broken. Was frozen.
And this is the result. Never will I touch tea again, never! Oh yes, I believe there had been a snowfall that day. It was particularly cold. As only on such occasions, the poorly constructed water mains in the East End are prone to freezing.
So on the night in question, Mr. Shakespeare, having no running water to use, was forced to use the tea brought by Mr. Natsume in order to make his fake coins.
My word!
There were 2 bars of soap on the window ledge when my judicial assistant and I investigated the scene. That's right, and we only borrowed 1 of them. Which means that even as we speak, some of the defendant's tea is still present at the scene of the crime. Frozen solid in a bar of soap outside Mr. Shakespeare's window.
Extraordinary!
Earlier today, Inspector Gregson informed the court that if even 1 drop of the tea remained, Scotland Yard would be able to analyze it for poison. As such, we are now in a position to prove or disprove what has until now been more merged conjecture. By finding out for sure whether or not Mr. Natsume's tea actually contains strychnine at all. You smug Nipponese. Why are you angry? We have a chance to find out the truth. You should be happy. My lord, we cannot do the defendant the injustice of passing judgment now. The police should be dispatched to recover the remaining bar of soap from the scene at once, and the defense requests a thorough analysis of the frozen tea embedded in it, to determine whether or not it contains any poison.
Bailiff, instruct the police to attend to the scene at once.
Yes, my lord, understood.
It would seem we have no chance but to suspend these proceedings for the time being. I trust you have no objection, Lord Von Zeeks.
None, my lord.
Scotland Yard will recover the tea from the scene and carry out the requisite tests immediately. The trial will resume at the same hour tomorrow. The prosecution and defense may conduct further investigations as appropriate in the interim.
Yes, my lord. Oh, a multi-day trial? That's something that we haven't done in the first game. Well, we managed to scrape through here somehow.
Thank you, counsels. Court is adjourned until tomorrow.
We made it back in one piece, just. To be perfectly honest, I thought we were finished there for a while. Wait, what happened to my office? Oh, we haven't even made it our office yet, it seems like, at this time. Oh, I know. What a lot of closed safes. There are so many carriages on the streets of London. You were very nearly flattened several times.
I wasn't talking about that.
Oh no, I didn't mean that. Yes, I know. It was a marvelous defense, Naruhodo-san. It really was. I was in awe of you.
Oh, thank you.
You're overpraising me too much, Susato-san. And now that your fervent exploits have won us some more precious investigation time, let's see if we can find some new clues for court tomorrow. Yes, let's do that.
Where though? Where?
Is everything alright? I suppose I still can't quite believe it, that's all. That I'm here in England working as a lawyer, I mean. In the Old Bailey, no less. The truth is, it shouldn't be me, should it? It should be him standing in my shoes. It should be Kazuma. It was Kazuma-sama's wish that you follow him to Great Britain and work alongside him. Yes, I mean, I never had a chance to ask him exactly why, but he clearly had a plan. I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for him. And you're doing wonderfully, Naruhodo-san. I've no doubt that Kazuma-sama would say exactly the same if he were here with us.
Oh, now I miss Kazuma-sama.
Thank you, Susato-san, thank you.
Sugi.
I can't believe it. We don't have a gas meter, we have a... whatever this is. A fireplace. The aquarium. There's nothing in there. These tanks are for keeping sea creatures. They're called aquariums, and they were all the rage in London at one time, apparently. Yes, the English are so clever coming up with the idea of having ocean life on display in the home. And it means you always have an emergency midnight feast on hand too. Oh! I'm not sure that's really the idea.
Yeah, I mean, fresh fish to eat, am I right?
I heard that there's another room behind that door. Yes, it's my bedroom, Naruhodo-san, as you well know. Shall I help you unpack your things? That's very kind, but no thank you. You are not allowed in there. Your luggage looked very heavy. Are you sure I can't help you move it? That's very kind, but really, no thank you. A young maiden's private chamber is a place of bittersweet secrets, you know?
The only secret I have is a 5 yen banknote hidden on the backside of my Daruma doll. It was quite a shock earlier today, wasn't it? When the victim himself turned up in court and took the stand.
I know.
Not only that, but then finding out that he is actually a bare-faced gas thief as well.
Yes, it was certainly a surprise to us all. For a while it seemed as though everyone had quite forgotten about Soseki-san poisoning the tea.
Careful of your phrasing, Sato-san, he didn't poison anything.
And there's more to this Mr. Shamspeare than we yet know, I'm sure of it. Mr. Shamspeare certainly wasn't the noble, upstanding man everyone thought he was at first.
What's become of him, actually?
I was told that he'd be returning to the hospital ward, where he was receiving treatment.
Oh, which one is that? Let me guess, Saint Sinas.
Ah yes, he's at...
Oh, Saint Bartholomew's, okay.
Or Bart's, as Londoners call it.
We know that place, don't we?
Yes, we visited Miss Green there yesterday. It's the same hospital to which she was taken.
Wait, I thought that hospital was called Saint Sinas. What? Saint Bartholomew's? Did they retcon the name?
Ah yes, after Soseki-san stabbed her in the back. Do be careful of your phrasing, Naruhodo-san.
He didn't stab anyone. Poor Soseki-san.
Perhaps we both owe Soseki-san an apology. Saint Bartholomew's. Yes, we should probably visit the hospital later. So, we know that Soseki-san took tea to the victim on the night in question, but as he isn't the culprit, then obviously... Yes, the poison surely wasn't in the tea. But if that's the case, how on earth did the poison get into Mr. Shamspeare's body? I'm sure we'll find a clue in the scene. There must be something in Mr. Shamspeare's room that will help solve the mystery. Well, naturally, Scotland Yard detectives have been over the place already, but it couldn't hurt for us to have another look. Definitely. And I'm desperate to know the outcome of the investigation into the tea left in the bar of soap. Well, if we run into Inspector Gregson, we could ask him about that. Kazuma Asugi, the best friend I ever had, and a lawyer with such promise. Wait, I forgot, is Kazuma his first name or Asugi? He really saved my bacon in that horrible incident just before we left Japan. Hold on. So that would be his last name and that would be his first name? That's probably... Asugi, and that's Kazuma. Kazuma is his first name then. That reading of the character 1 is very weird. Kazu. Asugi. I can still picture him now, looking so fierce and determined in court. So dashing and gallant. And then after the trial, that crazy idea he came up with. As a stowaway? Yes, you can fit inside my trunk if you call up small enough, I'm sure no one will know. Kazuma, won't you tell me why? Why go to these lengths so that I can accompany you to Great Britain? Well, it's been on my mind ever since we got through that trial, that you really ought to go into law. Be a defense lawyer. You've got a natural talent for it, believe me. I guarantee it. But I've never even thought about becoming a lawyer. Well, I can't force you, obviously. You'll have to decide for yourself. But anyway, London is the cultural capital of the world, the city of the forefront of everything. It can't hurt for you to see it with your own eyes, especially since you're studying English literature. No, that's true. I suppose though, if you were to become a lawyer, then one day... One day what? Oh no. Never mind. One day I will be your rival, perhaps? Huh? Naruhodo-san? Oh, sorry, I was just thinking about Kazuma. Yes, he's forever in my thoughts too. To change the Japanese judicial system for the better. That was his dream. And that's why he so desperately wanted to come to Great Britain to study, of course. Yes, that's right, but... Huh? Yes? I do wonder if his true intentions lay elsewhere sometimes. I don't know. The thought just takes hold of me every now and then, that's all. His true intentions? What do I mean? Naruhodo-san, what do you mean by Kazuma-sama's true intentions? I mean this. Huh? His katana? I never expected to inherit the sword, after Kazuma passed away, of course. No, I know. It was because I asked you to take it. When I have it at my side in court, I feel as though it gives me courage. Yes. Actually, the night before he died, he told me a little about the sword. Kaduma? That's right. It's a prized sword that's been passed down through generations of the Azuki clan. A Japanese man's sword is a soul, Ryunosuke. I can't be parted from my katana. Oh my god, I wonder what the Azuki clan thinks now that I have their sword, their precious family heirloom sword. Karuma guides me, I truly believe that. So its name compels the wielder to slice evil in two? Not that you would need much compelling. On that subject, there's something very important that I have to do in Great Britain. Something you have to do? Yes. I'd appreciate you seeing it through with me. Of course I will. Whatever it is, I'll see it through to the end with you. I knew you wouldn't let me down. What did he mean by something very important that I have to do? I had hoped that the answer to that question would become apparent when we arrived here, but as yet I've not found a single clue. I see. I mean, he does plan to make the Japanese judicial system better. So is that what he meant? Or something else entirely? The hospital bed in Bards. Okay. I don't know why the hospital changed the names. Maybe it was an oversight by the translation team. Where do we go first? Go to the hospital bed? Mr. Shams or to Mr. Shamspeare? Let's visit Inspector Gregson first. Oh, hello again, Inspector Gregson.
What are you doing here?
Well, we were hoping to have another look around, actually. The lawyer representing the defendant has a right to examine the scene, as I'm sure you're aware.
Yeah, I know the score.
Oh, yes, one other thing. The soap on the ledge outside the window. Did you find it? Did you analyze the tea in it?
Yeah, we found it alright, and there was a small amount of tea in it, as you said.
I knew it.
It's with the identification section at the yard now. They're looking into it. The results should be available later today.
That's wonderful news, thank you.
Pretty impressive performance in court this morning.
Sorry?
Nothing, forget it. Just make sure you don't disturb anything in here.
Come on, don't be such a... Like that. I don't know how to call that. It's not tsundere, but it's certainly not normal. Just give me your praise. Come on, Inspector Gregson. Are you looking for new clues, Inspector?
Oh, Lord Van Zeke's orders, yeah. Don't come back till you've got something for me, he says.
Oh dear, poor you.
Yeah, poor me, because we've already searched every bleeding nook and cranny in this place. I don't know what he expects, to be honest. Thank goodness for warm chips is all I can say.
Well, at least he's honest. Yeah, I mean, we already looked at everything as well, right? Can look at the soap again. Could look at the table again. The gas meter. And there's this suspicious hole here in the wall. But I can't investigate that. On this side, there's nothing, right? Yeah, okay. The sun never shines in this room, thanks to that depressing bricked-up window. Yet with enough determination, you can always remove the bricks to set some soap outside, can't you? That sounds like a very wise life lesson, Mr. Sato. Only if you plan to follow the life of crime, Mr. Naruhodo. That's it, okay. If you ran out of change, you wouldn't even have any light, let alone heat. For the needy, London's winters can be very harsh. That's true, but if you think about it, even the wealthy would find themselves freezing if they ran out of small change. True, true. London's winters can be very harsh for the forgetful too, then. Frankly, I'm starting to wonder if Susato-san and I are going to make it to spring. Oh, don't say that. That's true, we don't even have a meter at Baker Street, let alone a gas stove. Did you just read my mind again? We do have a gas stove, right? We have a gas fireplace, at least. Look how dark the stain on the floor is underneath the meter there. Yes, from all the water dripping out of the ice coins melted as you established in the court this morning. It's a very large and obvious stain, isn't it? Mr. Shakespeare must have used an awful lot of ice coins, I suppose. It was an ingenious idea, I'll give him that. We have that envelope thingy. Oh. That's already done. So it turns out that Mr. Shakespeare wasn't eating the soap at all. That's right, the mystery of why he had it on a plate whilst holding a fork in his hand is solved. Yes, the prize's lightest ice coin out of its mold. And in the process, he accidentally broke the bar of soap in two. It certainly was hard to imagine, let alone deduce. Ah, the ill-fated teacups from which the two men drank on the ill-fated night. During the heated literary debate, yes. Who's stronger, Romeo or Juliet? It sounds like it was quite a discussion. Now I think of it, I'm sure that the two lovers in the play ended their lives with poison. That's fiction, Mr. Sato. Let's hope it stays that way. And also, Mr. Shakespeare and Natsume and Mr. Soseki weren't lovers. At least, I don't think so. I guess we need to come back later in the day. What do you suppose is happening? It sounds like some sort of disturbance. Yes, I hear angry voices. Be not angry, O ample lady. Verily thou art mistaken. Mistaken my foot. You were looking at my painting. The eye of man hath not heard. The ear of man hath not seen. 'Twas foul indeed, the poison that moustached villain gaveth me. Forgive me, lady. I wish that you died from that poison. Holy crap, lady. God a mercy, ample lady, but thou seest, I have vigor still. Behold my Shakespeare dance. Okay, please don't do that in court. This looks rather ominous, doesn't it? Hello, 'tis the lawyer from the land whence riseth the sun. How now? What are you doing here, Mr. Shakespeare? Mary, I do believe I am returned unto another ward. He was looking, that's what he was doing, looking at my terrible work. And you don't like that? He's some fellow so darky clad. Faith, thy work in court this morning was wonderful. I do applaud thee. Oh, well, thank you. But... Oh my god! That's a 180. That doesn't mean things will go so wonderfully for you tomorrow, does it? Oh. Oh god, that was scary. Unknown, exhumed. What? What? Said some Shakespeare words he invented or something.